folks. Tonight I'm going to be tying a wee size 12 Bibio Hopper. These are for a friend going down to Donegal. It's the same man that got the octopus. So start off, get a hook and device here is these are just a heavyweight wet fly hook in size 12, and he wants his barbless, so just crimp the barb with the vise there. The thread in my bobbin here is 12-0 in black. This is a GSP thread, but that's just, again, it was what was in the bobbin. People get very hung up on having the right threads, and no, you can't use that thread for that fly or whatever, but as long as it gets on the hook, in my eyes, I think it's fine. So just starting a base of thread there, and going to get some gold tinsel. So I've got the Lough varnished French tinsel in gold, and this is the small. Oh, this is the medium size. So just catch that in the length of the body. Bring your thread down to where the barb would be, and run your thread back up and get that wire nicely tied in, because the body's quite thin on this wee fly, so you don't want too many big humps and bumps on it. Then we're going to head back down, and the first part of the body is going to be dubbed with, this is Hare and Squirrel in Raven Black from Kindale. So once you get it started, you can tighten up to it and get the body nice and thin. You want a bit of a taper in it. There's a wee piece of deer hair from the last fly in there. So you want to come up probably about 2/3 of the body, and then this is Seal's First Substitute in an FL red. So again, you want to just start that and then give it a good twist, and that'll help tighten it down nice and tight. You want this to be a wee bit fatter than the black body. And then sweep everything back, and a couple of turns of thread. Then with my rib, I like the first turn to be on the shank of the hook, and then we're going to go for 4 turns up the body. So we got that wire off. If you're using the mylar tinsels, you'll want to fold it back over and tie it in, and then snip it off, because it's quite slippery stuff. So before we come in with the next part, give that a bit of a brush out, put some of them fibres out, especially the red ones. So I'm going to tie in some knotted pheasant tail legs here. You can sit and knot these yourself, but you're mad not to buy them. No, it's £6 for a full tail that's already knotted. We're going to go for 4 legs, so there's 2 each side, and put them on the underside of the hook. Want these quite long. Couple of turns of thread, and I'll lock them in. See, when you're coming in to snip something on the underside, I always push my hand in, and it pushes that thread out of the way. And just out over them butt ends. Got a patch of deer hair here. I'm not sure where this one came from. think this might have came from a friend over in Scotland, and this lovely stuff is a lovely colour. So just take a small bunch out. Cut it off close to the skin. And get yourself a wee brush and brush out all this under fur. So we're going to stack that deer hair, and I'm not keen on this hair stacker, but it's what I have, so we'll just use it. And there's a few very short, fine hairs in there that don't really stack that well, but it looks quite nice on the fly. It gives the wing a bit of a taper. So you want to hold that up to the length you think you want. I've done a few of them for him here where there's some of the quite a long wing on it, and I'm doing ones here now where the wing's a wee bit shorter. So let's go about there and snip that off. And I'll come in here and tie on just the butt ends. First turn's going to be quite loose, and then the second one you pull it down tight and wind your thread through all these cut ends, and that'll stop that deer hair wing pulling on you. You want to hold this the whole time, where you don't want it to spin around the hook. It'll stay up on top of the fly. And just tidy that head up a wee bit, give yourself a nice base for this hackle going. The hackle I'm using is a natural black cockneck. So I'm running out of feathers on this one. I'm going to have to pick up a new one, but we're running out of size 12s. There's plenty of the bigger stuff on it and the smaller stuff, but the 12s have got a hammer in lately. Give the thread a good bit of wax here. Just tie that in. And you want that tied in right up tight to the, so your first turn is going to be right tight to that wing. A couple of turns. Fold that back. 2 turns to hold that. And come in and snip that wee tag end away. You can wind these hackles, there's not much hackle on it, so you can wind them without the hackle pliers, but for you to be able to see what I'm doing, I'm going to use the hackle pliers. So with each turn I'm sweeping the hackles back, and then the next one goes in front. And there's no rush with time flies, you can take your time with them and make sure you get the hackles sitting where you want them. And I'm going to bring that right up to the eye. Bring our thread up through. I find holding my finger here when I'm tying right up close to the eye of the hook, if you hold your finger there, the thread can't slide off, and you can do that all day and it'll not fall anywhere. And take your hackle pliers off, sweep everything that's moving forward to the eye, and pull it all back. A couple of turns in there to hold it. Just a wee dab of super glue. So I have a big sheet of post-it notes in front of me here, and I'll put just a dab of super glue on whenever I'm tying, and use away at that instead of opening and closing that bottle all night long. You just need a wee small touch. Wipe it in your thread and wind that in, and that saves you getting all that over your hackle. So we're going to come in and whip finish this now, and then we'll get a wee touch of resin on that head. So there's the fly, and try to focus a bit there. Come in with a wee touch of resin now. You can see that red body really comes to life when it's hit with a torch. That's the wee fly finished there. So you would, oh, there's the, forgot you want to grab the tip of your hackle and pull it on out. So that's that wee fly finished.